Oh geez, hold on. I wonder if this will stop the recording. Still going? Still going? That's impressive. The microphone probably has changed for the better. So anyways, we're just here in Melbourne. There's not a lot. I wasn't compelled to stream. It's actually the opposite. I wasn't feeling like it, so I was like, oh, well, then I guess I'll just do it for a minute or two. And that's what the intention was going to be, although I keep black boxes on screen before using YouTube. When I was on Facebook, I never got this black box. I can't touch it or move it off the screen. I don't know what that is about. Anyways, we'll see. I don't know if that's fixable soon or not. The other app I was using didn't work. Anyway, we'll skip along and start walking. So there's movement. Oops. So there's some movement. This was kind of the backdrop I was going to start with. Actually, I forgot to because of the audio thing. But anyway, we're a minute 30 in and I haven't said anything. I'm not trying to go for a long time right now. Just was going to say stuff about trying to make more clothing and to try to look for stuff on Amazon soon in hopes to connect with their merch tool or their process where you can sort of go along with their ability to try to get the merch into their category, into their listing. So yeah, anyway, we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted. The instance, that would ideally relate to more. Actually, we'll just see how it goes. I don't know if there'll be more sort of, if there's any organic visitors, visits from those posts or from the flow of the Amazon visits from that program. But if so, that would be useful in terms of just doing more content, and that's I guess the point of this video is to sort of talk about how to try to do more of the content as time goes by, because if there was some organic visits coming from the internal sort of Amazon platform and then more clothes designs or whatever that are online, then that hopefully would mean there would be more content online, because if there's an audience of some kind, and it would cause a push of some sort to do more content, because podcasts, audiobooks, just going around the table really. I've been doing some live casts in the past, last month and such, but it's just testing. So anyways, it's not even really to think that the Amazon thing will cause more organic visits, but if by happen chance there were some more views and or visits that can spawn from that or start spinning, either way the intent was to do more content, but having a central core point for visits or growth focus, in terms of just attention and getting some notice and some traction just for a brand overall, and starting with clothing, it was more I think a thought that it was going to be necessary to make more views and visits, and then to change that into clothing ultimately. But starting with the clothing is ideal. So to try to start selling, have that sort of partnership where they can have some organic views along with the process of selling some of the art that has been being made recently, to help push the actual content, which is the other way around. Usually it's the content is trying to push the the products, but in this instance, if the products are helping push the content, that's cool also. Like it's a catch-22, and that's kind of the point of this weird video, is to just talk about that a little, and like think about like how, not think about anything really, just to mention that concept, because like, I don't know, in if that reverse was possible and there was just some growth to the brand or attention. I don't have a newsletter yet. Like that's a first thing in addition. Like once like there's like a newsletter, then the views are cultivated into an actual audience that's traceable, not traceable, but noticeable by like by just having some kind of an idea of who's out, not exactly who's out there, but just the base of in numbers of like the amount of people that are possibly listening, if you will, which constantly, you know, would influence what products, what content are good to come next. So it's like a give and take sort of dynamic in that way, whereas like if the audience changes, then the offerings change, and it's a very, very peculiar back and forth, like yin and yang, if you will. So anyways, just was vibing about that. We're talking about that for a second, and like, so anyways, I mean, like, for instance, nobody is watching this video. That is the whole point, and there's a big black box in my face. It's very distracting. It's very unlegitimate. The last time I tried the last platform, it didn't record. It did not go to the YouTube, so here we are again with the black box. So there's a lot of these details that are in the, you know, trying to be worked out, things like that. Just trying to consolidate the outlets, ways of doing things. It's like more like if content is made, that there's an ability to just have a center point where it can be found, one central newsletter, like just a lot of centralization of the efforts, because there's so many platforms where you can post and just try to advertise, and that's all good, because like that's stuff that is good to do and try, like to try new things, try, but that's like it's got to be in supplement to having the main thing, like the main focus, which hopefully is Amazon now, and like clothing, and like hopefully that's also an inspiration to do like more designs which will relate to the clothing, and I mean, just, you know, then spawn the content, which is again the other way around from how I thought it would go, but like that's ideal. Ultimately, if we start getting a base of products and then turn that into an audience, and then turn that into more content, that's, you know, that's kind of cool if possible. So anyway, one step at a time, as I'm taking steps on the street. One step at a time. Actually, I'll get a little more. Where are we at? This is how the street looks. Fix this button. Fixing the button. Yeah, I mean, like this, you know, long form content. I've been doing this for a little while now, and there's almost no views. Like there's nobody watching right now. There's no views typically, but like hopefully, again, if a brand grows, then it's like, oh, this is the person that's been, or not a brand, but like a clothing base or product, etc. Then like it's like, okay, someone can go back and then watch these videos with no views and be like, this was the person who was making the stuff, and like this was pre having the stuff, and my button came undone, and I'm gonna do it with my hand. Got it. That will give me my record. So yeah, I mean, I said what I was going to try to say. The rest is just sort of, I'm just spitballing for the rest of the time, turning around, changing angles, showing stores. But yeah, this is like, which is more like using 3D printing, sculpting, and then changing the art that is flat into like CAD files so that you can order jewelry or sculptures in the future. And that's really sort of what a focus has been on recently. So that's why I haven't been focused on my outreach or trying to grow a presence in a crowded space online, or whatever. There are places that are uncrowded that you can try to find, which is part of the next part of what I'm hoping to try to do. It's not only niche things, but there's also audiences that are less focused on, that are like on the outskirts, and that's I really like that. And being on YouTube is good for that, like helping to find those types of resources. The audiences that exist in the periphery. Anyways, yeah. So focusing on like production is still the focus for now. Like focusing on how to develop the jewelry, having a better flow of product flow, reliability, and yeah. I mean, Amazon doesn't do that now. So we're starting to close in, and it's all fun to just chat about because one step after the other, I guess, and you can't, make the things happen outside of yourself. You have to like kind of just rely on the demand. Ultimately, is what is the thing that is at the back end of those first two things, connection and awareness. So, and then trust, I guess, also comes after the first two things. And then hopefully demand, because there's trust and reliability in the products, and that they're, good products and things. But the thing about the jewelry is, like, I'm just boring myself at this point, to be honest. I'm just going along with this video. The thing about the jewelry is it's very supposed to be spiritual, like SRF, Self-Realization Fellowship, has to do with just very meditative practices, and that is the intention of the jewelry for sure. Like, there's music that goes with the jewelry, there's music that goes with the clothes. Making more music is part of the process for advertising for the clothes in the future. Like, so that's what I mean by, at least if like there's some visitors coming from Amazon, that like hopefully that will, the art will follow that, if there's people around somehow. And that's about it. I mean, like, again, music, podcasts, audiobooks, new audiences, outreach, but also the products is like the first thing. Making cool products. There's a toy I saw I lost connection. Reconnected. Okay. So anyways, I was just saying we'll end here at a witch shop that's underground here, because spirituality and science are like, where the best businesses come from. You get the best experience if you go deep on the spirituality. You have good science in your products. In other words, efficiency, they won't break, and that's really important. You could say products not breaking is pretty important, and you could also say spirituality is pretty important in terms of actually giving an experience to an audience that entails well, if we go to the witch shop, then I'm going to lose Wi-Fi. So, actually, let's go back. So yeah, anyway, spirituality creates the experience by getting deeply into the seat of the customer and just really trying to vibe with their life and like getting an idea of what anyone wants. And it's like, it becomes a very, very spiritual story when you like really dig deep into that. You transport, you know what I mean, into their eye views, and like, That's what witchcraftery is all about. It's like, it's just, there's no bounds of like the mindset visualizations. Like it's mysticism. It's like Harry Potter. It's like it's magic, magistry. You know, music is like that too. There's depths in sounds. I'm getting a little lofty, random, sidetracked. If I go in this shop, I think I'm going to lose the signal again. But I'll try. We'll try to end it at the witchcraft store. Anyway, it's just sort of trying to give a shout out to spirituality before ending this video. But anyway, the main point is hopefully we'll be on Amazon. Look for us on Amazon. We'll try to get more content out here, better content, better cameras, things like that. The witch shop is right here. The witch shop is behind me. You see the witch? There she is. There it is. Could be a man, could be a woman. I don't know if I'm still streaming or not. Oh, actually, I think I should be. That's kind of cool. Nice. So anyway, we'll back towards the witch, and we'll shut it down for now. This is an extremely long stream. Sorry if it was a little bit lengthy. Cheerio. Have more people see this content and stuff, and just make better, cooler content this way. Thanks again, Tiki Tech. Peace.